Hello everyone, this is Type. Haven't been uploading these videos in a while because, well, like I said before, I wasn't at my own place for the summer, so the opportunities weren't really there. Now I'm back at my own apartment alone, so some better opportunities to also record. I decided that I'm not gonna go through all the battles. I'm only gonna go through battles against opponents who are still in this league for two reasons. I don't wanna reward those who dropped, and also because the teams have changed, so I don't really remember like what was the reasoning behind the builds necessarily. Anyway, this is my week 4 battle versus Stan. And Stan had, I believe this is exactly his team. He had Lando T, Rod and Wash, Ola Max, Slowking, Aromatisse, Hitmonchan, Megazord X, Scissor, Superior, Miltank, and Miss Megis. So he pretty much brought the biggest threats. There's no Slowking, which is pretty good, but understandable because, Slowking, Rod and Wash, I guess these are two all kinda food for Zygarde, so I can understand those things not coming. Other than that, there's Lando T, Zardex, both big threats. Hitmonchan I didn't expect, so interesting to see what it'll be. Superior is there. Superior is interesting because, of course, like it's always its problem. What hidden power it could have? It could have fire for Klefki, or it could have rock for Venomoth and Moltres. Mach is very annoying. I actually had a Mach, I believe. I don't remember anymore exactly whether it was against Troy or Lucas or who. But there was no Mach. I think it was against Ice actually. I'm not sure. But anyway, Mach is annoying because I'm bringing two Psychics and I'm not really like preparing for Mach, so if he plays Mach well, it can be very annoying. And then there's Aromatisse, which it's very decent fairy, but like I'm not really worried about it. But well, we'll see. It's kind of a mon that I maybe have underestimated a little, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to lead up with size. Actually, let me go through my sets. I'm fully physically defensive Seismitoad, Stealth Rock, Toxic, Earthquake, Ice Punch. I have Bandit, Zygarde, Choice Scarf, Mienshao. I have, I believe I have like an anti-elite type of Deoxys with spikes. Or is it rock? No, spikes because I have rocks on the Seismitoad. I have spikes, taunt, Thunder Wave, and Seismic Toss. Then I have Specs Stormy and a Sub Curse Fly Moltres, which is kind of a heat set, but I thought that it has a chance to put in some cool work. So I'm gonna lead off with Seismitoad, just to try and get a Brox, but he leads off with Superior, getting that lead matchup pretty well. But this is my opportunity to go hard into Moltres, as he actually goes for Glare. And I mean, I'm glad that out of all of my mons, it's the Moltres that gets glared. Because mainly I have this Moltres here for the Superior, so I'm going for a sub as he goes reveals the HP Rock. I was going for the sub expecting to switch out, but he actually has the HP Rock, which still doesn't do anything, which is very good. I don't think this has very much offense, or then I'm just completely overestimating Serb's book. Anyway, now this is just, I'm gonna go for sub and roost a couple of times, mainly to see how he plays this, because I don't want to go hard into Mienshao on a predicted leaf storm, and like I want to be sure that he just spams HP Rock, because this is a perfect chance for me to go into the Mienshao and then get off a nice U-turn, or I mean even high jumping. I'm reckless, so it would definitely kill. I go for U-turn, does a nice 50%, so that's fantastic, because it means that it's not as big of a threat anymore. It's definitely in the range of both U-turn by Mienshao and Ice Beam by Stormy. So this time I'm just going to go for damage, because like I said, Moltres is pretty much here for the Serp, so at this point I just want to go for the fly. Serp is crippled to the point where I don't have to worry about it as much anymore. In comes Or-Lando, as expected, to just go for that free intimidate. As I go into Seismic Dart because it's my initial switching for it. And I'm actually not gonna go hard for rocks. I rather go for Toxic first because let's say a Zard comes in, it doesn't like it's pressured already on the switching, and I can proceed to go for rocks after. As that's what I do. As in comes Remedies, and he goes for the Toxic, and I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, I feel. Seismic Toad is there just to pivot in and immediate with Earthquake or Ice Punch, but I go into Deoxys as a stand, just fires of a Moonblast, and here's kind of where my inexperience with the lower tier mons kicks in for the first time. As I go for Taunt, completely forgetting about the Aroma Veil, but it's not like end of the world because all it matters is Stan gets to Toxic me, which once again isn't like really that big of a deal because my offensive mons are still in within very good chances to put in a lot of work. Anyway, here I go for Thunder Wave because I basically want to limit the chances of a setup muck, and he goes for Power Up Punch. I'm expecting a berry at this point, so I just go for Seismic Toss. No, I'm actually expecting AV. Okay, let me pause. I don't like to do this usually, but yeah. So Power Up Punch, of course, makes me think of AV because, like, otherwise I think Curse would be probably the better. But as we see next turn, he's actually not. He's not AV. He's Shuka, which doesn't matter because I'm banded, but. Just I'm a little bit surprised to see Power Up Punch on a non-AV set. I would think that Curse is better, but this is the set this time. In Or-Lando, I can just pivot into my Seismitoad as he reveals HPIs, which doesn't do anything to Seismitoad. I'm really liking Seismitoad. Like for the whole season, I'm really loving Seismitoad next to Zygarde. And I just get to fire off an Ice Punch. It's pretty free, even though it doesn't do anything to the Aromatisse, but it's toxic, so I'm in a very good position. I can just proceed to go for an Earthquake, as it does leave him down really low, and he goes for a Calm Mind. I don't really know why. It's not like getting another hit off. Maybe he thought I would preserve my Seismitoad, but I don't think I really felt I had to. Because like right here I'm just gonna sack my Seismitoad. Like all of my offensive mons are going to put in a lot of pressure. Right, if I did, like if I played now, I probably would go hard into Starmie now, but it doesn't really matter because I get to go into Mienshao anyway and just U-turn and go into whatever I want. But the thing is that at this point the Lando, I believe, hasn't shown its item. Or did it set up rocks? No, maybe Lando showed rocks. That's what, like, I thought that I was expecting Scarf, but actually I didn't have any reason to do that. Anyway, here I choke. I sack something on a +1 Zard, but well, I probably should have just gone for damage, but luckily I don't get punished. Or maybe I was thinking that... What was I thinking? Okay, so what I'm thinking is that I probably figured that he has to have 3 attacks. So he couldn't have Roost. I believe there must be some thought like that, because otherwise sacking on a Zard didn't make any sense. Anyway, I'm bringing my Starmie, and so, like, I don't have Psychic on this set, I'm Specs, so I just go for Ice Beam. And, okay, so Hisaichi doesn't matter once again because I'm Specs. So now I'm just, for the last turns, I'm gonna play for differentials. I'm gonna Mienshao, expecting maybe knockoff. I don't even know if this gets knockoff, but he goes for agility, and I'm like low-key terrified because, like, I didn't even know that this thing gets low-key. I mean the agility, but as it turns out, he wasn't fast enough for Mienshao. So I checked later. Ice Punch was only a roll to kill Zygarde, but he was Ice MC, so uh, basically if I went to Zygarde, scouted for Z, I would have taken 2 rocks, which after I believe I would have always died to Ice Punch, so uh, yeah, I should just Ice Beam to try to get the Hitmonchan down to extreme speed range. But you know, just the low tier mons turning to be very very tricky for me. I should play more low tiers maybe. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna do 2 episodes in this. So the week 5 was versus DKK. I beat him 1-0, but he has since left the league, so he doesn't deserve a showcase. So I'm gonna go into Killer ASCII, coach of Or-Lando Solar Beams. So his team, including these 6, is Kyurem Black, Dugtrio, Araquanid, Flawless, Hitmontop, Spiritomb, Megazord Y, Jirachi, Nihilego, Venusaur, and Purugly. So my plan was to basically just bring Hyper Offense. I have DD Zygarde with Stone Edge. I got a Power Punch Mega Kangaskhan. I have a Quiver Dance Venomoth with Mono Attack Sludge Bomb. I have a Screen Sklefki. I got a Reflect type Stormy, which is pretty cool like defensively. And I have Hazards Deoxys. So I just want to say I wasn't expecting Doctor at all, so I basically didn't give any thought on it for the prep. I just was so sure it's not gonna come. It has such a bad matchup. Other than that, I was just hoping that Jirachi wouldn't come. It would have made things so much easier. Kyurem, in my mind, I don't think it'll be a Scarf. Scarf Kyurem isn't that good. Well, we'll see if it's true or not. Spoilers, it's not. But I'm really thinking this is probably a Restock Spiritomb. I guess it, at least at some point, was the most common set. Florges is just annoying, and then the Zard, like these 3 just are what they are. Got a scout for those. I'm gonna lead off with I believe my Deoxys. Try to get up some hazards and just get the momentum going as I get to get up some nice rocks. I get to taunt immediately as the Spiritomb reveals Will-O-Wisp, which already means that it's a little bit different kind of set than I was expecting. In comes Jirachi, and I have a pretty cool set on this Deoxys. I do have in fact a red card, so I go for taunt as Jirachi gets sent out, and this turn is like insanely unlucky because first of all he gets a body slam para, which you know can happen, and he gets in the Florges, which is his defogger. So it means that he immediately gets to get rid of all of my hazards, and that sucks a lot. Like, that sucks a lot. I mean, I try to go for taunt, but it doesn't really matter. I just yeah, I go for more hazards, but a great beginning. A lot of momentum just gone immediately. In comes a Zard. I go hard into Stormy because it's my like initial switching. However, he does something I was thinking of back in my mind, but I didn't really consider, which was Flame Judge. So now I'm in a horrible position. I basically have to go into Klefki and just take the Solar Beam and go for a screen and try to have a little bit better of a positioning here. So yeah, he goes for Fire Blast, kills me through the screen, which doesn't surprise me at all. I'm gonna go hard into Kangaskhan, and here I'm gonna predict the Spiritomb and go for a Scrappy Power Up Punch. However, I did not remember to change it to Scrappy, even though that was my intention. That's why I made the play, and you can believe how salty I am at this point. But I go into my Venomoth. Like I said, I'm mono attacking, so all I can do is put this to sleep. I really wish I didn't have Roost, because this would be a whole different game if I could just now start Giver Dancing up and like fire off some nice buck buses on this Jirachi. Things would be so much better. However, I am forced to switch out into Starmie. Luckily, I do have the natural cure, so I don't really mind if Starmie gets paralyzed. In comes the Flogus, as I've just gone. What do I do? I miss a Toxic. I mean, you know, it's not like it really matters. Just very annoying, of course. But I go for another because I'm like, what else can I do? Like, yeah, it's like it's actually not even like bad play by any means. Either way, he hasn't revealed Heal Bell yet, so it's pretty much this turn. We're gonna see if he has it or not. And yep, well, not exactly. He has aromatherapy, so there's that. And I believe I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna just keep Toxicking. I mean, basically, if we just keep doing this, I'm gonna win eventually, because he's gonna run out of aromatherapies therapies before I run out of Toxics, unless I keep missing them. However, here is where I recover, and this is, in my opinion, the only really bad play I make. I think I should have Toxic, but maybe I had a reason, I don't know. But like, Toxicking there would have been fantastic, because now I'm just, like, I guess I just wanted to get up the rocks, but now I'm like forced to try to just weaken the Zard as much as possible to bring it down to extreme speed range as fast as I can. Anyway, I get up the rocks, which I don't know if that was a good play or not, but like, no matter what, the Zard wasn't like anywhere near extreme speed range. I guess my play was also to just try to get it to both like Sucker Punch and extreme speed range. Anyway, now I'm just gonna go into Kang to bait the Fire Blast, which means that the sun goes away. And in comes the Flogus. I'm just gonna take this as an opportunity to get in my Venomoth, which still basically kills me all the momentum. It just means that he's like, he can just bring in the Jirachi. I go for Sludge Bomb, just in case he doesn't want to switch out. Jirachi gets up rocks, as at least I get to put the Jirachi to sleep, which is better than nothing. He comes to Cure and Black, and here I go into the Starmie, and really the Venomoth is kinda useless, so what I should have done is just at least scout for the Outrage, but really doesn't matter, because Outrage actually kills my Kangaskhan from full, obviously my Zygarde as well, so it doesn't really matter. So right now I sack my Venomoth, and I bring in my Kangaskhan. I'm hoping that he tries to risk the confusion, so I get up to +2, but he doesn't risk that. I mean, you know, I Mega Evolve because it doesn't matter either way. I'm not Scrappy, so I can't get to +1 either way. So the rest of the game is pretty much just me trying to at least get one kill. But yeah, this was this was a very unfortunate game in a lot of ways, because I really went into this with the mindset that like I'm gonna win this. I like, Killer had been playing very bad this season, and I just thought that I had a very good matchup, but there were a couple of things that caught me off guard. First of all, the Flame Charge Zard, which was a very good set, as well as this Spiritomb, which was a very good set as well. Physically defensive with like Wisp and Pain Split and whatever it had, Rock Tomb. Very cool defensive set, much respect for that. And I guess the Scarf Curum too, just but like, really, this, like, yeah, this N6 sub, but it wasn't really like a match where he, in my opinion, dominated. He slightly outprepped me partially because of some kinda stupid mistakes. One, of course, being the misgen with Scrappy, and the other one being just the misjudgment with the Roost over Bugbuzz on Venoma. But like, this could have very easily been a very different game had things gone a little bit differently. So the 6-0, in my opinion, is more of a result for the nature of the teams we brought. I brought a very offensive team, which I guess was a gamble a little bit, and it didn't pay off this time. Of course, the hacks was there, especially the paralysis and then the red card in the Flogas, which definitely was like the worst possible turn right there. But yeah, you can just watch me. I mean, I try to set up and get to the point where I can at least get like 1 kill off. But nope, like, this is too bulky. Did I go for the rock move yet? I don't know, we'll see. I just try to set up and at least get that 1 kill, like I said, as the Spiritomb is just rock to me. I don't know, did he reveal foul play? I don't think he did, because I'm pretty sure I still get to fire off my Rockium Continental Crush. Wow, that did a lot. No, I don't die this turn. I don't know. Yeah, I go for the Con Crush as he goes for Protect. Oh yeah, had Protect, yeah. So very cool set, definitely. So I was definitely a bit salty after losing this. Especially because I was, like I said, feeling like I can't lose this, but shouldn't feel like that. Did I get this kill? No, I don't get this kill. There's no way. Yeah, he just goes into Venusaur and gets a 6-0. So that's the game. That's the game. So I mean, yeah. Did I say that I beat DKK? So like at this point I'm like 3-3. But it's like whatever. Still at this point in a very good chance for playoffs. Still looking forward to getting there. Spoilers, when I recorded this, I actually don't know whether I'm going there or not, so gonna be interesting. Anyway, this is all for today. Hope you enjoyed. I'm just super tired. I woke up at like 7 this morning. I usually it's for the lately it's been like 11, so like 4 hours earlier, just out of nowhere. So I'm supposed to have some kind of a what's it called? Red wire. I don't know. I don't speak English, you know. But yeah, anyway, this is all for today. Thanks for watching. I'll be back. This is Daib signing out. Bye.